Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the man with the iron brew, Mr. Darryl Johnson. And thank you for joining us yet again for today's draws. We've just done the Champions League draw. That was an entertaining stream. Welcome everyone who's joined for the Europa League draw. Thank you very much for joining. We got 21 in the stream immediately. Fantastic, I have to say already. And for those who don't know, today is the third anniversary of the channel, because I started the channel on the 16th of December 2016. So it's 3 years of Dazzle's Football Stand. So thank you everyone for the support. Welcome those who have tuned in. Welcome to Tohib Kunle, is that how you say it? He's put hello. Welcome to Cornelio Jardan Botnaru. I apologise if I pronounced it wrong. Forza CFR Cluj. I was putting that just to make sure that I was right. Welcome to Ezedin Adan. We are waiting for it eagerly. Yes, so am I. I'm waiting to see who Manchester United get, who teams, you know, the English teams and Scottish teams get. We're waiting to see who gets who. Should be interesting. We got people in the background talking, so if you're just wondering, by the way. No, it's not 4 years, it's 3 years, because the first video was 2016. So it's 3 years, actually. I've only done it 3 years, so it better be 3 years. Soul Starling, thanks for joining the stream. RB Combs, thanks for joining. HDR arguably best attack in Europe. I think he's on about Higuain, Dybala, Ronaldo.
Yeah, I think something about your mum saying if you don't come back, you could change your top.
Yeah. Back again. The Iron Brew still here. I've nearly finished the can, man. Sorry I'm late, I was just getting some lunch. No worries, not a problem at all. But if you have just joined, please do leave a like and let us know who you want your team to face in the draw. Before we get on with the draw, it's time to go through the important but very boring regulations.
Oh,
yeah.
So this will be exciting for everyone. Not. This is the boring part, so the stream will be on till the draw is completed. So I do have to go through it. 2 pots. We just done Champions League draw, by the way. There are 2 pots. Pot 1 with the group winners, and pot 1 with the group winners. Pot 2. What's he doing? Pot 1. You doing? Shut up. Shut up. Not on a live stream.
Oh, sorry, I forgot you were still on live.
Get me into trouble for that. Silly thing. Apologise about that. God. Right. Pot 1 has the teams that finish top of the group. Pot 2 has the teams that finish second in the group. 24 teams from the group stage come into this draw. Obviously, teams who finish first and second split into 2 groups. There is 8 teams from the UEFA Champions League that come into this. They're the teams who finished third in the group stage. So, there are 8 teams. 4 teams in each group. So, it is teams from the Champions League. We have got Salzburg, Benfica, Inter and Ajax are in pot 1. Pot 2 is Shakhtar, Olympiacos, Club Brugge and Leverkusen. So they're the teams from the Champions League that come into this. Teams from the same country cannot play against each other. Teams who played against each other in the group stage can't play against each other. Teams from pot 1 cannot play against each other. Teams from pot 2 can't play against each other either. And teams from Ukraine and Russia cannot play against each other either due to the FA regulation, the UEFA regulations. So the draw is going to commence at some point. One of the Wolfsburg women players is going to be doing the draw. But we're joined by Mr. David Hoyle.
Yes. Sorry about what happened there, guys? That was just
We weren't even live at that point, so I don't know.
Oh, good.
Get this man a job on Sky Sports News, but they're really the important regulations. I'm assuming it'll be the same as Champions League, where Pot 2, where the teams from Pot 2 will be hosting the first leg. So
so pretty much Chelsea have got Bayern Munich at home for the first leg then.
Stamford Bridge, where you get beat 2-1, and then you get beat 4-0 at the Allianz.
Oh, really? Don't start. We haven't got there yet.
And these will be played February and March. So doing the draw is a Sevilla, an ex-Sevilla player. Made 41 appearances for Sevilla. I swear that's the Sevilla kit that beat Borough.
I don't think so.
It's Federic Canute. 20 goals in the Europa League.
I remember him. He played against.
Yeah, there you go. I've just seen the Borough shirt. So
I don't think that was Borough. I think that was Man United actually.
Wasn't it? Was Borough?
Oh, okay.
2006. Yeah, 2006 was Borough. So he must have scored against the Borough then.
Yeah, okay.
If you haven't already done so, please do like and share the stream around. Appreciate it. So, Canute is doing the draw as well as Jack Clare, I've forgotten the name now. From the Wolfsburg women, I forgot what her name is now.
Yeah, so have I, in fairness.
Eesh. I've got her mate though. So.
Sorry about that, I forgot you were still alive. I thought you'd stopped rather than
one of
waffling
the
on.
messages from Scotty B. And what the heck do you mean by stop moaning? I know I don't.
Oh, he was on about because you were moaning earlier about something I didn't have a clue what you were on about.
Yeah, that was most.
The famous Iron Brew, yeah. Lol. Keep getting your comments in the live chat. Who do you want your team to face? The draw looks like it's going to get underway at some point. We'll have to welcome the pain in the bum, as I call him. He is a pain in the bum. He's such a grumpy person, the other guy. Here he is. It's Mr. Grumpy.
Oh, yeah, him. Yes.
Jesus, how tall is he?
Yes.
It's Michael Hasselschwert, a.k.a. Michael Grumpy. He is. He's always grumpy. He never looks happy at all. He's always grumpy.
Yeah,
At least he, I keep thinking that guy with glasses is Swedish. I swear to God, I keep thinking he's Swedish. He's actually Italian. That Giorgio Marchetti actually has, you know, he cracks a smile at times, you know, but he never does. He's always a grumpy sod. Anyway, that's beside. Anyway, oh God, here we go. Hello. No.
wrong number.
No. Hello. He's saying hello. Am I speaking to Mr. Johnson? No. Bye. Call centre. So no. Goodbye.
When you mean Mr. Johnson, do you mean Mr. Darryl Johnson? Or
No. No. I love doing that. There was one time where I told the call centre, could you call back next year? And then what happened? The same lady called back and said, okay, I'll call back next year. I'm thinking it hasn't been a year yet. Literally a minute after. The finals held in Gdansk. Can't remember where Gdansk is. Seeded. Also, there's some seeded teams. Seeded teams Sevilla, Malmo, Basel, Lask Linz, Celtic, Arsenal, Porto, Espanyol. They are all seeded teams.
Oh, yeah.
KA Ghent, Istanbul, Başakşehir, Braga, Manchester United, Ajax, Salzburg, Inter Milan, Benfica. They are all the seeded teams. Let's go!
By the way, Gdansk
Is that Norway?
actually in Poland.
Poland? Sounds more like a place you'd find, a place in Denmark. I don't know geography, unfortunately. I'm not good at geography. Let's start.
Arsenal.
Anytime today.
Yeah, any time today would be nice.
Be nice.
Dublin and get on with it.
It's as bad as the FA Cup draw, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
The two nab but yak and then take hours to get on with it. Oh, unseeded teams. Here we go. The unseeded teams. Applewell, Copenhagen. Oh, it's gone off. Okay. Let's just say the other teams that I didn't mention, they're all unseeded, apart from those two I mentioned. Got to love the famous house phone. Yeah. It's a nightmare when it calls during live streams. Here we go. The draw's starting 10 hours later. So this is the unseeded ball with the UCL group runners up and the Champions League third place teams. Wolverhampton Wanderers are the first team out of the pot. An English team are out already. And just to let you know, the only teams they cannot face are Arsenal and Manchester United. They get the full draw, apart from... Sorry, they cannot play Braga either, because teams that played against each other in the group stage cannot play against each other. I forgot to mention that. That rule doesn't apply for the Champions League teams that have come into this. United, Braga and Arsenal, the teams that Wolves cannot get because of English... because of the nation. Who will Wolverhampton Wanderers get? Give them Porto.
Give them Ghent.
So Wolverhampton Wanderers... Oh, no, give them Ajax, actually. Wolverhampton Wanderers will be taken on in the Europa League Espanyol.
Oh, so it's England versus Spain.
Espanyol from the Spanish La Liga. So it's a home tie for them at Molineux and then a trip to Spain for the second leg. Yeah, the runners-up are hosting the first legs. Sporting Lisbon are the next team out, or Sporting Clube de Portugal.
I don't know how the heck you managed to pronounce that.
Easy. I know pronunciations. Sporting Lisbon cannot get FC Porto, LSK Linz, because they played them in the group stage.
Or Benfica.
Or Braga or Benfica.
Or Lask.
I just said LSK Linz.
Oh, okay.
Because of the group stage.
Right.
Mr. Grumpy's taken forever to get all the balls in the pot.
Oh, for God's sake, get up.
Get your balls in the pot, man. I'll be first hard. Right, here we go.
At least with the FA Cup, they get theirs faster than this.
Oh, yeah, it takes ages, these draws. That's why they have this show on for an hour. They'll play Istanbul Başakşehir, the team that David can't pronounce.
Which one's that?
So Sporting Club de Portugal, or Sporting Lisbon as they're known as, will be taking on Istanbul Başakşehir.
Başakşehir.
Yeah. Getafe CF. Getafe CF from the Spanish La Liga. These are the teams that Getafe cannot be drawn against when it comes up. They cannot be played against FC Basel because they played them in the group. Sevilla because of Spain, and that's it.
Oh, they can play Arsenal. They can play Arsenal, Celtic, Ghent, Braga, Man U,
So,
Salzburg, Inter Milan, and Benfica.
Getafe will be facing. Getafe play AFC Ajax.
Oh, what a tie that'll be.
AFC Ajax dropped down from the Champions League after getting knocked out the group stage of the Champions League. They're now in the Europa League and they take on Getafe.
I think I can basically only see Ajax.
One winner. The next team is from the Deutsche Bundesliga. It is Bayer 04 Leverkusen. Bayer Leverkusen.
They were also knocked out as well.
Yes, they were from the Champions League. Now, if I'm not mistaken, they can play anyone. Yes, they can. They can be drawn against anyone in this.
Sevilla, Malmo, Basel, Lask, Celtic, Arsenal, Porto.
Let's just say they got the full draw, so they can play anybody.
Braga, Man United, Salzburg, Inter Milan, and Benfica. If they play Benfica or Inter Milan or Salzburg, that'll be like.
So Bayer Leverkusen will host FC Porto.
Oh, that's a tough tie.
It's a tough tie, especially for Leverkusen because Porto are a strong outfit.
Yeah, and
especially at home.
They've also the
especially at home.
Portuguese champions as well.
Their next team is from Denmark. It's FC Copenhagen.
Oh, Copenhagen. We've played them a few times in the Champions League.
Or known as Copenhagen. Yeah, that's what they say in Denmark, I think. FC Copenhagen of Denmark. They cannot play against Malmo because they played them in the group, I think. Other than that, they can play against everyone else. So who will they get? Let's see. Anytime today.
Yeah. Get on with it, Mr. Grumpy.
Celtic.
They look a bit like ping pong balls, don't they?
Copenhagen will play Celtic.
Oh, that's a tough one for Celtic.
Not really. I think Celtic will coast through there.
Who knows? But you never tell in Europe.
I think that's Celtic going through, realistically. The next team is Apoel Nicosia of Cyprus.
Good win that.
Apoel Nicosia of Cyprus.
Yeah.
And Apoel will be taking on they cannot face Sevilla.
Yeah, because they played them in the group stages, didn't they?
You can't play against teams that you played in the group stage.
Yeah.
That's a new rule now.
Right.
So teams from the group stage can't play against each other. So if you played... So they played Sevilla in the group stage, they can't play against them in it.
So basically, you play like...
It's a bit different rules. Okay, they'll play FC Basel.
Basel, bro.
That's a toughie.
That's
Especially Basel.
Apoel Nicosia against FC Basel. Goodbye, Apoel, I think.
Yeah, especially with Basel being the...
Next team is the Romanian Giants, CFR 1907 Cluj.
Who beat Celtic in the Champions League qualifier.
The team that Cornelio Jardan Botanaru supports. He put in the live chat for CFR earlier. So CFR Cluj, well, they can't play Celtic anyway. Celtic have already been drawn.
Yeah, Celtic.
They can play anyone in this group, anyone in this pot. So, I mean, I don't think United fans would mind a trip to Romania.
Imagine if Arsenal got Cluj then.
CFR 1907 Cluj from Romania will face Sevilla.
Oh, that's a Sevilla win. Can't see anything happening there.
That's Sevilla any day of the week, I think.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. Cluj against Sevilla.
Yeah. Remember, Sevilla were the 2000 and...
Former champions.
15/16 Europa League winners.
And the next team is from the Champions League. It is Olympiakos.
Oh, Olympiakos, the Greek champions.
They got knocked out by Bayern. Mm-hmm. and Spurs.
But Olympiacos did take the lead in that one, if I have to say.
Yeah, they didn't do too bad. Olympiacos, I think they can play anyone.
Yeah. That's basically that was the mad stream, wasn't it?
Olympiacos will take on, for match number 7, Arsenal.
Called it! I pretty much called it. I said it.
Good one, isn't it?
Olympiacos against Arsenal.
A trip to Greece for Arsenal then.
Arsenal should win that, though.
And a tough trip for Greece. AZ Alkmaar. Now, luckily, United can't play them.
Yeah,
because United beat them 4-0. United beat them 4-0 in the group stage and they can't play them again. AZ Alkmaar, as we've said, the teams that they cannot play, Manchester United are one of them, and I think the only one. Teams left in the draw.
Not many.
Still, Benfica, Inter, Braga, etc. United still in the draw, but United cannot be drawn out of this one. Okay, who will AZ Alkmaar take on? They'll take on LSK Linz from the Österreich Bundesliga, Austria. It's LSK Linz from the Austrian league. So, a tough game to call, I think, but I think AZ will have that one. Club Bruges. Now, United got them yesterday in your thing.
Another Champions League one there.
United got them in your thing yesterday.
Yeah.
Club Bruges. The teams left in the draw are Malmo FF from the Swedish league, Ghent, who can't be drawn in this one, Salzburg, Inter, Benfica, Braga and United. So the only team the Club Bruges can't get is Ghent.
I'll give them United. At least that'll be 2 ugly predictions I've got right today.
Oh, it is United. Wouldn't you just know it? David is the prediction king because he got Club Bruges United.
I'm right, guys.
Not the team I want today because that's not a great away game, no, because that's a tough one. Club Bruges. Yeah. I mean, United will probably win it.
Well, who knows?
The next team out is the Bulgarian giants, Ludogorets.
Yeah.
I don't think England fans will want to go to Bulgaria after what happened in the Euros. Ludogorets could play against any of the teams. We're down to the final few now. And they'll play Inter Milan.
Oh, that's Inter Milan, bro.
Goodbye, Ludo.
Can't see Ludogorets beating Inter Milan, can you?
Oh, you never know.
Well, who knows? But I think Inter Milan will coast through, I really do.
Oh, we got loads of people doing that.
Well, look, people in the live chat.
Who's just been drawn? Frankfurt, was that? Eintracht Frankfurt of the Bundesliga. We're down to the last 5, I think. Arsenal will probably lose to Olympiacos, says Dr. Phineas.
Yeah, even I've got to agree with that. I mean,
Oh, it is a German team against an Austrian team. Frankfurt against FC Red Bull Salzburg. Germany versus Austria.
Tricky one there. That'll be a bit of a rivalry.
Okay, another team from the Champions League has just come out, and that is FC Shakhtar Donetsk.
Yeah.
Shakhtar Donetsk of the Ukrainian League. Down to the final few. Malmo, Ghent, Braga and Benfica are left. To the last 4 now in the pots.
Yeah, last 4.
They'll play Benfica. 4. 2 Champions League teams.
Ukraine versus
Portugal.
Oh, that'd be a
That is 2 Champions League teams against each other. Shakhtar against Benfica. 2 Champions League teams. VfL Wolfsburg of the Deutsche Bundesliga.
Right. Oh, Wolfsburg. Remember they had Kevin De Bruyne a few years ago?
Yeah, and then you took him.
No, Man City took him.
Yeah, well. So they cannot play against Ghent. And Wolfsburg will get Malmo. Well, that's Wolfsburg heading through.
Yeah, so it'd be Braga versus Ghent then.
No.
Yeah, those 2 are the last 2.
AS Roma.
Oh, Roma. Oh, it's Roma, isn't it?
It's AS Roma.
Oh, Italian giants there.
And they will be playing against Ghent. Roma versus Ghent.
Oh, that'll be a Roma win. I can only see that happening.
And the final 2 teams for match number 16 to finish the draw.
Yeah.
Final 2 teams are Rangers FC, and they will be taking on SC Braga.
Oh.
Now that won't be easy for them because I know Wolves struggled in Braga. Rangers against SC Braga. Interesting ties there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
So United get Club Brugge. Oh dear.
Yeah.
And that is it. That's the draw done. Let's quickly have a look at the draw in full. So we've done the Champions League and Europa League draws on this special 3rd anniversary streams for Dazzle's Football Stand. So the full draw, Wolverhampton Wanderers against Espanyol. Sporting Club de Portugal against Istanbul Başakşehir. Getafe against AFC Ajax. Bayer 04 Leverkusen against FC Porto. FC Copenhagen against Celtic. Apoel Nicosia against FC Basel. CFR Cluj against Sevilla. Olympiacos against Arsenal. AZ Alkmaar against LSK Linz. Club Brugge against Manchester United. Ludo Goretz against Inter Milan. Eintracht Frankfurt against Red Bull Salzburg. Shakhtar Donetsk against SL Benfica. Wolfsburg against Malmo. AS Roma against KA Ghent. And Rangers against SC Braga. And that is the draw done. David, thanks for joining me on the draw.
No problem, mate.
And he's got a few of his correct as well. That'll be it from all of us here in Dazzle's Football Stand. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining. Support's been brilliant. We've had a lot of people in the stream today. All makes a difference. Thanks for joining us on the 3rd anniversary of Dazzle's Football Stand. We will catch you all later on. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.